Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend so far. My name's Nathan Goheen. Welcome. I've got a little bit of a virus, so please bear with me. My voice is a little bit lower than usual, so I'm not putting on airs, just a little bit sick. Let's see. I think I'm just going to jump right in and leave announcements for the end. This week, as I was going through it, something my dad used to say to me when I was younger kept coming in my mind, and he would tell me to roll with the punches. And in the grand scheme of things, I think that is be flexible. When things don't go your way, adjust. I got sick this week. Nothing I could do about it, so I just did the work that I could do and didn't worry about anything else. It's like I didn't want to get sick. It's not ideal, but I am. So how am I going to do it? Am I going to cry about it, or am I going to do the work that I'm able to do? And so that's going with the flow, right? I was thinking about rolling with the punches as they related to our ego, right? Because everybody's ego gets punched until maybe you dissolve your ego. But if you've done that, you may not need to be watching these videos. You may not be watching these videos. So I want to take it, look at it through the lens of what happens when your ego gets punched. How do you roll with those ego punches? And I was trying to come up with little ideas or examples of when this has happened in the past, and I was like, man, it's amazing how just two people, their opinions can be so different. Just two people, not even like two groups of people. Two individual people can have such different opinions. It's really amazing. And hopefully this is not a big deal, If your opinions are so divergent, then it's like live and let live. Person A goes over here, person B goes over there, and that's that. But sometimes these people are working together, right? And so then it gets a little bit different, that relationship. So I remember a recording session I was doing years ago, probably at least 10 years ago. And I had my acoustic bass on me, and the artist who hired me, they told me they wanted me to sound like Victor Wooten. And for those who don't know, Victor Wooten is an incredible electric bass player. Art is, of course, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Nobody's better than anybody else. But if you asked 100 bass players who the best bass player was, they would probably say Victor Wooten. Anyways, so this guy was like, I want you to sound like Victor Wooten on the acoustic bass. And I was like, I can't even sound like Victor Wooten on the electric bass. I thought that in my head. And so immediately my ego closed me off from experimenting because I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to do what they were asking. I was so terrified that I couldn't play the bass how they wanted me to, that I said no to them before I gave them a chance to say no. And it was almost like I wasn't listening to what they were wanting. I was listening to what I wanted them to want. It's like I want you to want this music to sound like this, so this is how I'm actually going to play it. Instead of you being very honest and just telling me what it is you want, and me not getting uptight or afraid and just actually going for it and trying it, You know, who knows what would happen? There's probably a good chance that it would have been successful. So this already put me into like a bad place to be making music, right? It's not a comfortable place. It's not a loving place. It's not the headspace you want to be in. So what I should have done was just, you know, tried to play how they wanted me to play. Tried to get them what they wanted me to play, even if I didn't like it. Because what's important is that they liked it, right? The artist was hiring me to be of service to them. This wasn't, they weren't hiring me to be of service to me. They were hiring me to be of service to them. There's obviously times where we need to be of service to ourselves, but this was not one of those. I think it's important to remind ourselves that when we get hired for our skills to do a specific job, the customer is always right. It's like Burger King. You have it your way. It may not be the way I want it, but if that's the way you want it, that's fine. That's your way. You are right. I can maybe try to show you different ideas that are similar to what they want, but in the end, it's what they want that matters. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. One of the great things about music is that we get to share it. So we need to be in service to the music and don't make the music be in service to us. I hope that this was cool. I hope that there's something that you can relate to in all of that. The last little tidbit I wanted to say, sorry. If you didn't want your ego to get beat up, then you shouldn't have let it in the door. Always check your ego outside. Don't let it into the room. Check your ego at the door. Because if you let it in, it might get beat up. And that's your fault because you let it in. So like I was saying, I hope that's cool. Hi, Anne-Marie. And I'm going to put some links up. I posted a meditation video that I did. Is about 4-7-8 breathing, which the video explains. And then I wrote some music for it too. So I'll put a link up to that, and then I'll put a link to subscribe to the channel as well. I just learned how to post these links into my videos. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. As always, there's a Venmo and the latest full moon piece in the description of the YouTube video. And if anybody needs some work done, if anybody needs some bass, if anybody wants me to play the acoustic bass like Victor Wooten, I'll give it my best shot. Or if anybody wants, some mixing or a little production, some synthesizers, whatever, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you out. So have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Saturday. Click on that link for the meditation video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. All right. Have a great day, everybody.